Good morning. I, Dr. Avdesh Kumar, Assistant Professor in Department of Horticulture, Aromatic and Medicinal Plants, Mizoram University. Today I am going to talk on in vitro antimicrobial susceptibility test, which is included in the bioprospection of MAPS, and especially I recorded this particular lecture for the student of 4th semester. So, my dear student, you know very well this antimicrobial susceptibility testing usually we used to do for discovering the new drugs, and today I will tell that how in vitro investigation the plant extract, the essential oil and the pure drugs we used to analyze even in the many, you can say, the laboratories, in the institutions, the scientists, the researchers, they investigating this particular, you can say, the extract, essential oils and the pure drugs, and they checking their potential against the microorganism. So on the basis of that we have to tell this particular, you can say, the extract or the pure the essential oil or the pure compounds have the, you can say, the antimicrobial agent. And you know, in 1960s when the scientists they able to solve the problem of the chemotherapy by the help of, you can say, the different kinds of the antibiotics like tetracyclines, cephalosporins, aminoglycosides and macrolides. After that, due to several, you can say, the use of antibiotics, nowadays the microorganism, especially the bacteria, they develop the resistancy towards that particular, you can say, the drug. So on the basis of because of that, to avoid that, you can say, the antimicrobial resistancy, continuously now the scientists, the researchers, they're trying to develop another, you can say, the new drugs, the new antibiotics, which is not, you can say, shows any kind of, you can say, means they able to kill even those resistant bacteria. So in this particular, you can say, the lecture, I will show you that how the natural products, especially the plant extracts, the essential oil and the pure compound, how in the laboratory from, you can say, the preliminary, you can say, the techniques to, you can say, the broth microdilution technique, how the scientists they are evaluating, and on the basis of their result they used to tell this particular, you can say, the compound or the extract or the plant secondary metabolites have the good potential, or you can say the effective, you can say, the activity against the microorganism. And most of the, you can say, the researchers, my dear student, I think maybe you know the many, you can say, the researchers, if you will go in the published articles also, especially for the antimicrobial effects, okay, so you will see the many, you can say, the published papers there, the researchers, they are not, you can say, the standardized, you can say, their particular, you can say, you can say, the protocol, okay. So there is the problem for, you can say, the inoculum preparation technique, inoculum size, growth medium, and you can say incubation conditions and endpoint determination. So in this, you can say, particular lecture, I will show you the particularly the variety of laboratory method can be used to evaluate or screen the in vitro antimicrobial activity of an extract or a pure compound. The most known and the basic method are the disc diffusion and the broth or agar dilution method. On other, you can say, the methods are used for, especially for antifungal testing, such as like poison food techniques. To further study the antimicrobial effect of an agent in depth, the time kill test and the flows cytofluorometric methods are recommended, which provided information on the nature of the inhibitory effect like bactericidal or bacteriostatic, time dependent or concentration dependent, and the cell damage inflicted to the test microorganism. So to see the first, you can say, our technique, the disc diffusion technique, or maybe you can say the further, like we'll see the agar well diffusion method or broth microdilution method. So these are the, you can say, the important, you can say, the materials which is required, like Muller-Hinton agar plate or nutrient agar plate, especially for the bacteria, potato dextrose agar plate or the PDA or SDA in case of the fungus, bacterial culture in the broth, that is you can say 18 to 24 hours old. In case of the fungus, fresh culture should be preferred. Plant secondary metabolites like crude extract, essential oil or the pure compound. Forceps is also required, 70% ethanol in a beaker. The paper dishes sterilized 6 mm in the diameter, sterile cotton swabs, the glass ruler, gloves, parafilm, laminar airflow having the gas and the Bunsen burner, etc. Biological oxygen demand, the BOD, for the incubation of that, you can say the treated petri plates, it is required. And the autoclave 96 well, you can say the plate, ELISA reader, spectrophotometer attached with the computer, pipette, then standard antibiotics like tetracycline, ampicillin, chloramphenicol, like that, and sterile core borer. So these all, you can say, the materials which is required for doing the, you can say, the said the antimicrobial susceptibility test, that for the disc diffusion, agar well diffusion and broth microdilution method. But before going to the disc diffusion method, we have to prepare some, you can say, like the preparation of the nutrient agar or the Muller-Hinton agar in case of the bacteria, or the PDA or SDA for the fungi as per the clinical laboratory standard institute. That protocol given by earlier, it was the you can say the NCCLS. Okay, so now it is called CLSI. So according to that, we'll see. So first, in case of the bacteria, I will just take the example of the bacteria and I will tell you the nutrient agar or the Muller-Hinton agar. So first you prepare the media, okay, and previously I think already I have shown to you, so how to prepare the media. So first you prepare the media, okay, and that media after autoclaving and all go to the sterile condition in the laminar airflow. There you can pour that particular media into the petri plates, okay, and let it solidify. And after that, means solidify means 10 to 30 minutes, and after that you go for your screening of the plant extract. So after preparation of, you can say, the plate, now you sterilize your inoculum. So inoculum basically we used to sterilize with the help of one, you can say, the standard that is called McFarland standard. So in that McFarland standard, the McFarland standard are the prepared by the adding sulfuric acid to an aqueous solution of the barium chloride, which results in the formation of the suspended barium sulfate precipitate. The McFarland 0.5 standard correspond approximately to the homogeneous suspension of the 1.5 into 10 power 8 CFU, that is colony forming unit. So that means in 1 ml, this much, you can say, the bacterial, you can say, the cells were present. So basis of that, we have to sterilize our, you can say, the inoculum, that is called inoculum density. So in that particular, you can say, how to prepare that. So and after that we match to the McFarland standard. So using the sterile inoculum inoculating loop, needle touch 4 or 5 isolated colonies of the organism to the tested, like means separately, okay, one by one we used to do in the separate, you can say, the test tube or maybe the beakers. After that, in the 2 ml of the sterile saline, we used to mix that, you can say, the bacterial colonies and properly mix it. And after mixing it, now that particular, you can say, the inoculum and the McFarland standard, both we used to go and take the OD. On the basis of optical density, we used to match. If the turbidity is matched along with, means in comparison with the, you can say, the McFarland, then that means that turbidity shows. If the turbidity is just like I am showing one example, these are the, you can say, some your bacterial cultures like Klebsiella pneumoniae, Vibrio cholerae, Shigella dysentery, Salmonella typhimurium, Escherichia coli and all. So basis of that, first means you do that, and after that you make the inoculum. So this particular, you can say, the slide, it shows how we can, you can say, match the McFarland standard, means our inoculum density with the McFarland. So once the turbidity is matched, so that means that particular, you can say, the solution 1.5 into 10 to power 8 CFU, means the colony forming, means the bacteria cells were present in per 1 ml. So, and there is a you can say the one important you can say the note here means during preparation of the inoculum means don't use too much you can say the bacterial you can say the culture in the suspension, otherwise it is very difficult. If it is, then you have to add more saline to dilute it to, because we have to match the turbidity along with the McFarland. Once the you can say the turbidity is matched, then you can say this much you can say the bacterial culture, bacterial you can say the colonies were present in that particular solution, and then it is now ready for to go the screening of the drugs. So after you can say preparation of the culture plate and inoculum, then we have to see different you can say means how you have to prepare your extract or you can say the essential oil also. So in the laboratory, first you have to select your desired plant which you are going to test against that particular you can say the pathogens. So in this here already I elaborated in your previous lectures. So this particular you can say the Soxhlet apparatus which is used for you can say the non-aromatic plant to extract the and prepare the crude extract. So here this is the some protocols here, loading means chopping and loading the plants into the thimble and all, and after that setting the temperature in the optimum you can say the temperature, and after that once it is you can say the extracted, the separated with the help of you can say the Bucci rotatory evaporator and all, then that particular even if the little amount of you can say the solvent if it is remain in that particular extract, then we will use you can say the hot air oven up to the you can say optimum temperature you can 50 to 60 degree, and there that particular solvent we need to evaporate. So once you can say that particular you can say the extract is ready, then in case of you can say the preparation of the essential oil, first you select your you can say the plant, like say example the curcuma or maybe the ginger, then you go for the Clevenger apparatus and you extract the particular essential oil. So after that extraction of the essential oil, you use anhydrous sodium sulfate to purify it. After purification, now that essential oil is also ready to test against that particular you can say the selected pathogens. Now these are your extracted essential oil. Okay, so we are now going to test against the selected pathogens. The first technique, that is the disc diffusion techniques. So here that particular you can say the techniques. So what I first will do to first what we will do, I'll show you directly here. So here what you are looking here. So in this particular you can say the sterile condition, laminar air flow, that our bacterial cultures and the ready you can say the nutrient agar plate or the Muller-Hinton agar plate, and this is the sterile cotton swab, and this is the you can say here that is the burner or you can say use the Bunsen burner. And this particular you can say during the experimentation we need one you can say the discarded means one beaker or maybe the bucket where we can throw our you can say the used materials, which is you can say that is the discarded one. Okay, and there we used to some kind of you can say diluted formaldehyde to kill that particular you can say the agent if the bacterial pathogens are remain here. Okay, so now what we used to do in that you can say freshly prepared that you can say your nutrient agar plate or the Muller-Hinton agar plate. Okay, so near to the Bunsen burner we used to open. Okay, and from this particular you can say the bacterial pathogen, with the help of the sterile cotton swab we used to take that and we make the lawn. Okay, we used to make the lawn, and first during making the lawn we used to take the plate and first we will do the horizontal in that side, and after that we will change the direction and make the vertical. So and after making the vertical and horizontal you can say the spreading of the bacterial culture, then we will put for you can say the 5 to 10 minutes where the you can say the bacterial culture is properly you can say the separated properly you can say spread on the on the top of the nutrient agar or Muller-Hinton agar, and that is called lawn. Okay. Now after that what we used to do after, and sometimes if you go to the literature, sometimes the people they also used to prefer to make the you can say the pre-seeded preceded you can say the microbial culture. So what they used to do during you can say pouring of the media into the Petri plate, okay, they used to estimate like 90 mm or maybe 100 mm that you can say the Petri plate. So according to that, the 4th mm depth or maybe the 15 ml you can say the media they used to use in the Petri plate. So what they used to do, the preceded kind of you can say the technique, what they used to do in when they you can say they prepare the Na or the Muller-Hinton agar, that time they touch if the temperature is very less, okay, and the media is about to solidify, that time what they used to do, the estimated number of according to the McFarland, okay, so from there they used to take like 20 microliter or maybe the 50 microliter of the bacteria, not even the 50 microliter, less than that, they used to that particular you can say the bacteria, and they used to mix into the particular you can say the media, and they used to pour into the Petri plate, and that is the preceded you can say the media. So and after that they used to go for the you can say the disc diffusion technique. But here I am just telling how to prepare the lawn, because this is the most preferable you can say the protocol, the many scientists they used to do that, okay. So in that particular you can say the disc diffusion technique, we already prepared the lawn, that I already told. So after that what we used to do, we'll go for you can say making the disc. So after how to make the disc, I mean how to put the disc. So first we have to you can say take the piece of the paper, okay, and make the circle of behind, means take the you can say the plate, okay, on the piece of the paper and make the circle and fold the paper in the fold 4 times, okay, and there by the scale of the you can say, by the help of the scale you measure the center of each fold, okay, and put behind you can say the Petri plate where you can see the uniform you can say the place, means uniform means here from here means edge, means from the edge of the Petri plate to particular disc 20 you can say the mm distance should be maintained, okay. So each you can say the disc we have to put according to that particular the size, means the differences, okay, means the particular you can say the distance, okay. So from here to here the 20 mm, here to here 20 mm, here to here 20 mm. So it should be you can say distantly, means we have to maintain the distance also from edge and in between the disc also, okay. And here also means I have shown that particular you can say the particular the picture where it is written the principle. So what is happening into the particular you can say the disc diffusion technique, once we put the you can say the plate, after you can say in putting the impregnated you can say the disc with the extract or the essential oil or the pure drug, okay, that particular you can say the plate, once it is incubated in the BOD, that time what happens, means parallelly the lawn of the bacteria it is also growing, and the extract or the essential oil or maybe the pure compound it is also diffuses on the top of you can say the media, or you can say it is spreading on the lawn of the you can say the bacteria, okay. So this particular arrows it is showing how it is diffusing, means it is diffusing uniformly to means throughout the whole you can say the periphery, okay. And this also it shows how you can say we used to put the disc. So in this particular Petri plates it is showing the sterile you can say the forceps and taking the disc, and disc is that you can say the 6 mm size of the you can say the paper, okay. And sometimes most of the you can say the research laboratories, the scientists, the researchers, they used to purchase the discs from the you can say the scientific supplier. If it is not, then you cut the you can say the Whatman filter paper, okay, and make the particular you can say the size, and then after that you can use that particular disc also. So here we have to put in this way, okay. So this is the particular you can say the stepwise protocol how to do that. So the drug, the test microorganism and microbial inhibition. So first already I told the preparation of the inoculum, preparation of you can say the plates, then go into the laminar air flow, make the, you can say, the lawn of the bacteria on the top of the media, and after that you just measure the distance from the edge where to keep the our disc. Okay, and before putting the disc, if suppose in one disc, if you want to define your concentration like 100 microliter, 50 microliter, 25 microliter or 10 microliter, like that. Okay, so we have to you can say dilute our, means we have to first make the our stock solution. Like suppose we are making the stock solution of the 50 mg per liter per ml. Okay, so in that way, from that stock solution we have to make the dilution. Okay, make the dilution. So how we will make the dilution? So from that 50, you can say the mg microliter the extract of the essential oil, that one means we have to dissolve in the DMSO. From there we have to make 75%, from there we have to make 50%, 25%, and like you can say the 12.5% also simultaneously, like that. Okay, so and in the same plate like 5 dishes, so according to your concentration we can test which particular, you can say, the concentration having the more effectiveness against the test pathogen. Okay, so like this. Okay, so after that in the laboratory, once it is the completed, so in that particular, you can say, the disc diffusion technique, the you can say the potency of the particular extract or the essential oil or the pure compound, it shows the zone of inhibition the surrounding to the disc. Okay, and that particular, you can say, the zone, it is showing the, you can say, the effectiveness of that particular, you can say, the potential of that particular extract or essential oil. And by measuring that particular, you can say, the zone, we used to tell how much the effectiveness there in that particular, you can say, the plant. Okay, and with the help of, you can say, the scale or the vernier caliper, we used to measure the particular zone of inhibition. So, and for example, I just kept this particular, you can say, the slide for you all, because that one of your senior, she did this particular, you can say, the experiment in our department. Sorry. So this and she did everything how I elaborated previously. So she did everything, collection of the plants and chopping and extracting the, you can say, the plant extract and essential oil, and doing these all experiment into the laboratory. And here clearly it is showing here her, you can say, the experimentation, the clear zone is here. Okay, so that clear zone is showing that particular, you can say, the extract of the essential oil, maybe you can say the standard antibiotics having the antimicrobial efficacy towards that particular pathogen. Here you see the clear picture is showing this particular, you can say, the clear means here that particular, you can say, the impregnated extract of the essential oil have the capability to inhibit these, you can say, the pathogen not to grow in this particular area, and that's why it is forming the clear, you can say, the zone, and that is called the zone of inhibition. Okay, here it is clear. How it is measured? So basis of that we have to measure the diameter, means including the disc also. Measure edge to the edge across the zone of inhibition over the center of the disc. So basis of that we have to tell that particular, you can say, the extract or maybe the compound have the potency towards that particular pathogen. So the next technique, it is similar to, you can say, the disc diffusion technique, but there we used to make the well, and that is called agar well diffusion method. Okay, and here also we used to measure the zone of inhibition. So in this particular, you can say, the technique, basically everything is same. The preparation of the, you can say, the media, pouring into the petri plates, making the lawn, everything is same. Okay, so here only the difference is in the disc diffusion technique, we are just making, we used to make the lawn and putting the, you can say, impregnated disc on the top of the lawn. But in case of the agar well diffusion method, we used to make the hole with the help of, you can say, the sterile cork borer. This is the metallic, you can say, the cork borer having the hole. So like 5 mm or 6 mm. Okay, the sizes are there. So according to that, okay, we used to just press it into the media, and that much, you can say, the area it is cut and come into inside the cork borer and leaving behind the hole inside the media. Okay, and that is called well. So on the basis of that, this particular, you can say, the technique, that is called agar well diffusion method. Okay, if it is cork borer is not there, sometimes you can say the syringe here, you see they used to sterile it, and they cutting the, you can say, the point of the syringe and making the hole into the media. So once the well is prepared, then here in this agar well diffusion techniques, okay, either the same, the preceded or maybe maybe the making the lawn. Okay, so once everything is completed, means making the lawn or the preceded, okay, then that particular, you can say, the extract or the selected, means the essential oil, we used to put into that particular, you can say, the well. And after that, this particular petri plates in the similar in the disc diffusion or the agar well diffusion, the upward become downward, and we used to put into the BOD for you can say 18 to 24 hours. So once the, you can say, the incubation period is over, we used to analyze the result, and we'll see the results. So here you see here the zone. Okay, so if the particular, you can say, the agent or the drugs or the extract or the pure compound, if it is effective, then it makes the zone. So that zone is clearly indicating the effectiveness of that particular extract towards the you can say that tested pathogens. Okay, so here the difference between means I'll just show the particular, you can say, the picture here, the disc diffusion technique where we used to put the disc, and this is the agar well diffusion where we made the well. Okay, so here, and in both, you can say, the technique we used to measure, you can say, the zone of inhibition, and that zone of inhibition is clearly indicated that how much that particular, you can say, the agent means the extract, essential oil, the pure compounds, or any, you can say, the drugs, okay, or you can say the antibiotics also, how much is effective against that particular, you can say, the tested pathogen. So basis of that zone we can analyze that effectiveness. Okay, now the another technique, the broth microdilution method. So that particular, you can say, so basis of that you can say disc diffusion technique or agar well diffusion technique, the scientists, they used to go for broth microdilution technique to analyze the minimum inhibitory concentration, MIC. I am telling one thing also, before going to the broth microdilution method, the scientists, they used to analyze disc diffusion technique and agar well diffusion technique, because this broth microdilution techniques is a little bit, you can say, the costlier one as compared to, you can say, the disc diffusion and agar well diffusion technique. Because here in the broth microdilution techniques we need you can say the spectrophotometer, and that spectrophotometer nowadays, you can say, it is very costly, like 18 to you can say the 20 lakhs in the price. Okay, and you can say the 96 well plates also it is required. Okay, so little bit is expensive. Okay, I'll just show you, this is the spectrophotometer and this 96 well plate. Okay, so previously this broth microdilution techniques, it was, you can say, developed by the NCCLS, that is earlier it is called National Committee for the Clinical Laboratory Standard, but now it is called CLSI. CLSI means the Clinical Laboratory Standard Institute, and this particular, you can say, the broth microdilution technique, it is very effective and very rapid, and where it is totally automated. Okay, and where we can analyze the MIC, the minimum inhibitory concentration of the, you can say, your drug. So basically what is happening in this broth microdilution technique, this is the 96 well plate, and where we have to design that our protocol how to, because if you go in the, you can say, the other published literature, that different you can say the protocols, the scientists also they used to develop to analyze their antimicrobial test into the 96 well plate. So according to the CLSI protocol, we have developed this particular, you can say, the our protocol. So in this you can say the 96 well plate, the first column, okay, this is the rows and this is the column. So in the first column here you see the negative control, the second column that is the media control, and the third one that is the drug control, and the last one that is the 12th column that is called the positive control. And you see here the clear cut that from 4th to the 11th, that is the dilution series, and by observing the color you have to see how much here the condensed color is there and simultaneously it is decreasing. So that is the dilution series. Okay, so in this dilution techniques, okay, like first here the negative control. So in this negative control, and you know, in this 96 well plate, the concentration, or you can say the quantity of the each well, okay, it should be 200 microliter. So the student, you look here, in this particular you can say the 96 well plate. The first one already I told, the negative control. The second one the media control. Third one is the drug control, and from 4th to 11th that is the dilution series, and the 12th column that is called the positive control. So now I am going to tell how to fill that particular you can say I can say our set you can say the protocol. Okay. So according to our protocol, the first well that is the negative control. So here already I told each well the quantity of the media along with either the microorganism or you can say the antibiotics, or maybe you can say the or the plain you can say the media. The each well the quantity should be 200 microliter. So the first one in negative control, along with the media we used to put our pure extract, essential oil, pure compound or any antibiotics, so it behave as negative control. In second, media control. So in media control only the media, so altogether we have to put you can say the 200 microliter the media. In the third one, the drug control means along with 180 microliter media and 20 microliter you can say our the you can say the diluted or you can say the stock solution of the drug we used to put into the third column. And in the 12th column, that is the positive control, only the you can say the fungus, no any you can say the drugs or any antibiotics we used here in the 12th column, only the you can say the microorganism along with the media. Okay. So media along with the you can say the bacterial culture we used to put here. So here we'll see the positive control, means if it is no any extract, no any you can say the antibiotics, then the bacteria will grow more and more. Okay. So it will shows the positive control. In the dilution series from 4th to 11th, so first what we used to do, so here in the 4th you can say the 180 microliter you can say the media along with the 20 microliter you can say your tested drug, either extract or you can say the essential oil. First we put here in the 4th column. Okay. Or then after that here I am just going to tell one another thing also. Okay. Like here you see the rows A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So in this particular you can say the 96 well plate, either you can test one plant against the 4 pathogen, because these two you can say A and B, it is you can say for the bacteria 1, here C and D for the bacteria 2, here E and F for the bacteria 3, here G and H for the bacteria 4. So one plant like suppose Osmium americanum, if you want to test the effective activity of the Osmium americanum against the 4 pathogen, then we have to fill the two means the particular like suppose Escherichia coli, then you have to put in column the rows A and B. Then like suppose Vibrio cholerae, then C and D. Like suppose Shigella dysenteriae, then E and F. Like Klebsiella pneumoniae, then G and H. So according to that we have to fill, or maybe you can test 4 plants like here 1, 2, 3, 4 against one pathogen. So in this 96 well plate we can test one plant against the 4 pathogen, or the 4 you can say the 4 plants against one pathogen. Okay. So remember that. So here, so in that particular you can say suppose Osmium americanum essential oil, you are going to test against the 4 pathogen. So here in 4th column you have to you can say the put the same concentration 180 you can say the microliter media plus 20 microliter you can say the from your stock solution. Okay, which is prepared in the you can say a DMSO. Okay. So here first we put here, and from there the dilution is started. So first we will take the multi-channel pipette, or maybe the single tip pipette also. Okay. So here we have to mix properly with the help of you can say the micro pipette, and after that from here we take the 100 microliter and put into the 5th one. Okay. From here again you take the 100 microliter and put into the 6th one. From here 6th we take the 100 microliter and put into the 7th. So likewise from 4th to 11th we'll take the 100 microliter, and from here which one the excess 100 microliter, that 100 microliter we can throw into the you can say the discarded things. Okay. So now this particular you can say the dilution series is also done. Okay, so after that, once the 100 microliter is means from 4 to 11 we means dilute means serially diluted. After that, the 100 microliter along with the Mueller-Hinton agar we have to add into this particular you can say the particular wells. Okay, from 4th to 11. Okay, and after that we put the lid, and this particular you can say the 96 well we incubated into the BOD. Okay, after you can say 18 to 24 hours, this plate is now ready to go for to analyze in this particular you can say the microtiter plate reader, that is ELISA reader. Okay, so in this here how to do that, we have to analyze with the help of the computer. So once you can say this plate is read by the ELISA reader, then automatic you can say the drops. Okay, like here example I given Lecidium gojava. Okay, so the example, so how much you can say, okay, the particular you can say the essential oil of the Lecidium gojava is effective against you can say the this treated you can say the pathogen. So the green one is showing the green one, this one. Okay, then black, red, blue. So according to that we have to analyze the our you can say the MIC and IC 50. So these all you can say the sample concentration, wells values, mean values, standard deviation, coefficient variation and percentage emission, means it is automatically you can say the calculated by this spectrophotometer, and we can get the MIC values. So after looking this you can say the disc diffusion, agar well diffusion and broth microdilution technique. Now I will just tell about the fumigation technique, and that is ways to do against you can say the some insect like Cytophilus oryzae or Rhizophyta dominica. Basically this you can say the particular insect we have to see in rice and the wheat. Okay, so this particular you can say the fumigation techniques we develop during you can say the during the our my supervisor, that Purushottam Chan Shukla, his DSc work. Okay, so that time we developed this particular you can say the technique in the fumigation technique. So what we used to do, we used to procure means we procured this small you can say the plastic vial. Okay, or the this plastic vial. So in this plastic vial what we used to do with making the one ring of the you can say the iron. Okay, and on the top we place the cloth. Okay, and we fix in between you can say the vial, and from the top we make the one hole and put the cork borer. So what is happening basically here in this particular you can say the vial, what you seen here, okay, in the box what you seen here, the particular you can say the place here what you are looking the white one. Okay, this is the place where means in between the box or you can say the vial we put the cloth. On the top of that either Rhizophyta dominica or the Cytophilus oryzae we put means we place on the top of this particular cloth. Okay, and down we put our you can say the extract or the essential oil. So either nature once it is a particular means properly closed or sealed. Okay, that time this particular you can say the drugs, this extract, okay, it is evaporated and it is means it's a kind of fumigation. Okay, it's evaporated and going on the top. Okay, so once it is fumigated you can say evaporated and going on the top, so here it is passes through the cloth. Okay, and whatever the insects present it here. Okay, so with that fume or you can say the aroma or you can say the potency of that particular extract or the drugs, okay, that insect they means they are not able to survive, means that that particular you can say the extract they killed that particular you can say the pathogen. So this particular technique now it is very you can say the validated technique, means the fumigation technique, and so basis of that is to you can say the kill that particular insects also. Thank you.